You can run away from it, but it chases you. It shows you from the moment you arrived. Sooner or later, the movement stops, and after having churned around in circles, trying to prove yourself, show that you're more than that, the truth only comes after time stops and the whispers turn into a scream of realization. You're suddenly in the performance of trust. You're gambling. You're holding a string. You're afraid that this string of shared thought might snap and bounce right back into your fragile face. You know that the outcome won't matter once you go back to your nest, to your prison of content, but in the moment, it does. I used to look at myself at a disturbed mirror made uneven by a wind that would blow false convictions into my ears. There were often calm days though, some of them warm and humid. On such days, the air would get so dense it would form a haze. You think that on a day like that, a person like me would turn into a safe state of introspection? But the self-inflicted numbness that I used as protection didn't allow me to even see the beauty growing out of my own body. I was unable to listen to myself. I was always worrying if this lanky body could manage to balance itself. I was always worrying if these awkward limbs could manage to hold the weight before it fell. On an exceptionally clear day, the kind that you'd only get after a storm, strong enough to wash away every particle of doubt in the air, I stood in front of a solid, clear mirror and saw this try-to-be woman, naked, with eyes wide open and a complete lack of self-judgment. That was the day that I saw the realness in myself. And on that day, I remember I sang a song that sounded more or less like this. Do I look more like a human and less like a girl now? Do I look more like a human and less like a girl now? As much as I wanted to keep on feeling the heat against my thought to be lifeless body at the time, the answer couldn't be different from a long and silent proceeding. No, no. My feet were settled in between the dirt and the rocks, the only place I could actually fit them. A place that was chosen for me by a power of nature. I'd still remind myself that this isn't my place. This is the place I chose to stay. I came out to the open air and felt like I could finally breathe. The place is dead, and over the time I found myself there, I became another haunted shadow. I can feel the intoxication of being there no matter how high I try to reach for crispier and thinner air. Your colors, they turn into a shade that cannot reflect light anymore or feel the warmth. The haze envelops you and you don't know if you're the only one because all the others are acting healthy on the outside.